Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Biden authorizes Ukrainian strikes in Russia. The Pentagon fails another audit. T-Mobile hacked, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Donald Trump's new administration will revive its maximum pressure policy to bankrupt Iran's ability to fund regional proxies and develop nuclear weapons, according to people familiar with the transition. Trump's foreign policy team will seek to ratchet up sanctions on Tehran, including vital oil exports, as soon as the president-elect re-enters the White House in January, according to people familiar with the transition. He's determined to reinstitute a maximum pressure strategy to bankrupt Iran as soon as possible, said a national security expert familiar with the transition team. The plan will mark a shift in U.S. foreign policy at a time of turmoil in the Middle East after Hamas's October 7th attack triggered a wave of regional hostilities. President Biden has authorized Ukraine's military to use U.S.-provided long-range missiles on targets inside Russian territory, according to senior U.S. officials. The officials said the weapons will mostly focus on the Kursk region of western Russia. According to the official, Biden's decision was spurred by the Russian decision to invite 10,000 North Korean soldiers into the fight against Ukraine in Kursk. A second official said that it is unclear if Biden plans to approve the use of the missiles outside of the Kursk region. Russian President Vladimir Putin has previously said the U.S.'s approval of such missile strikes would constitute an act of war. He has yet to react to Biden's comments on Sunday. The Pentagon failed its 7th consecutive audit on Friday as the agency was unable to fully account for its massive $824 billion budget. Though officials were confident the Department of Defense has turned a corner in understanding its budgetary challenges going forward. The audits resulted in a disclaimer of opinion, which means auditors were provided with insufficient information to form an accurate opinion of the accounts. Of the Department of Defense's 28 reporting entities that had standalone audits, 9 received an unmodified audit opinion, 1 received a qualified opinion, 15 received disclaimers, and 3 opinions remain pending, according to the Pentagon. But with the goal of achieving a clean audit by 2028, Michael McCord, Undersecretary of Defense and Chief Financial Officer, said the agency has turned a corner in its understanding of the depth and breadth of its challenges. Chinese leader Xi Jinping on Saturday told President Biden that Beijing remains committed to stable relations with the U.S., an expression of hope for continuity in ties before Donald Trump returns to the Oval Office in the midst of a promise to squeeze Beijing over trade. Before their meeting in Lima, Xi expressed his readiness to work with the new administration. China's goal of a stable, healthy, and sustainable China-U.S. relationship remains unchanged, he told Biden, speaking through an interpreter. China stressed the sentiment in a series of dispatches, quoting Xi, published by the government's official Xinhua news agency that reiterated the phrase "has not changed" 4 times in relation to bilateral ties. The Chinese leader told Biden the U.S. and China should interject certainty and positive energy into a turbulent world. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has pledged to make sweeping changes to public health if he is confirmed as the nation's top health official. He might hit some roadblocks along the way. As Secretary of the Health and Human Services Department, Kennedy would oversee 13 operating divisions with more than 80,000 employees, including the Food and Drug Administration, National Institutes of Health, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The agencies set scientific standards and policies that are widely relied on by state and local authorities as well as international bodies. He would have the power to reshape and reorganize every single agency under his jurisdiction, said Lawrence Costin, co-faculty director of the O'Neill Institute for National and Global Health Law at Georgetown University. T-Mobile's network was among the systems hacked in a damaging Chinese cyber espionage operation that successfully gained entry into multiple U.S. and international telecommunications companies, according to people familiar with the matter. The compromise of T-Mobile expands the list of known victims of a cyber espionage campaign by Chinese hackers dubbed Salt Typhoon that some U.S. officials considered to be historic and catastrophic in scope and severity. The Wall Street Journal previously reported in October that AT&T, Verizon, and Lumen Technologies were among the telecom companies that suffered an intrusion. Water desalination has become a multi-billion-dollar global enterprise. Just 3% of the world's water supply is fresh water, with the vast majority of that trapped in ice caps and glaciers or found underground. The remaining accessible freshwater sources strain under the weight of growing demand, leaving government and utilities a handful of choices: better conservation, reuse, or desalination. Population growth, including in arid and drought-prone regions like the Gulf states and northern Africa, shows no sign of slowing down, driving massive investment in plants that can convert seawater. Over 20,000 plants already operate globally, and industrial facilities that rely on ultra-pure water, like semiconductor manufacturing, will add to the demand. Even electrification drives the desalination industry. An immense amount of fresh water is needed for mining lithium and other metals key to battery technologies. It's not growing because somehow there is more profit in desalination as a business, said Yoram Cohen, a professor and director of the Water Technology Research Center at UCLA. It's growing because there is a need for it. Conan O'Brien will host the next Oscars. The comedian and former late-night talk show host will MC the 97th Academy Awards in March, he announced on Friday. While O'Brien hosted the Emmys in 2002 and 2006, this will be his first time leading Hollywood's biggest night, which drew a 4-year high of 19.5 million viewers earlier this year. O'Brien replaces fellow late-night comedian Jimmy Kimmel, who hosted the last 2 ceremonies, but reportedly declined to do a third in a row. America demanded it, and now it's happening, O'Brien said in a statement. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, Rumble, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.